Hello, family. How are you? I believe we are all doing well. I'm well, I thank God. Thank you so much for you being found here. We thank God and we're not taking anything for granted. We have been moving together. This is Masimuli. Kindly, if you are new here, subscribe, like, comment, and share so that we may move together. We are talking here. This is a talk, and yes, we talk about relationships, and we said every human being is all about relationships with whatever you relate with, whoever you relate with. Life is all about relationship. Now, for today, I just want us to talk about communication. This is what keeps us. Communication. With communication, I will know the type of a person you are. You'll know the type of a person I am. I'll know what you want. It will open doors. It will solve problems. Communication plays a big role in every kind of a relationship. And when we talk of communication, we talk of positive and open communication. Sometimes, okay, communication can also break somebody's heart or even life, depending on the type of a communication that one has. So communication is very, very much important in every relationship because it will keep us moving. Do you know without communication we cannot go anywhere? Without communication we cannot even advance. Without communication we cannot even know what next. Communication brings people together. Communication opens people's minds and hearts. Communication brings understanding, brings learning and having new ideas. Why? This is what God even started with. You can imagine communicating with life. God started by communicating with life. And in the universe, he started by communication. When he was creating the universe, what did he do? He just communicated with life and said, let there be. And nature heard what God said, and it did what God told it to do. So it is just a matter of communication. With communication, I will know what you want. With communication, I will learn what you want. There are so many other types of communications. Verbal, that is oral communication, gestures, feelings, and all that. Even body communication. So there are so many types of communications, but God used verbal for everything to be. So even with communication, things can be. I just want us to talk about the verbal communication, just the usual communication that we have, that can happen to everyone, the old, the young, and every other person. Communication, leave alone the body, the gesture, and all that, because that will bring a lot. Let us just talk of the normal communication, the verbal communication. Do you know, without communication, we cannot even know what you want. You cannot even know your next move. But this will help will help us to learn from each other in a relationship. Could it be, as we have always said, in the society, in the family, the place of work, and every other place that you are involved in, where you are, you as an individual, wherever you are, let us come together and express ourselves. Do you know even the feelings can be expressed through verbal, because you tell us how you feel and what you want. Verbal communication, it brings opening up, and it also eases the life that we live in. Let me say, for example, when we talk of there's a plan that you have for you to achieve that plan. Do you know you can as well communicate with that plan, and it comes to be declaring, communicating with whatever thing that you want to do. You declare, if I want to start a project, I will speak first. It will come into my heart and mind, and then I'll speak. I can even speak to myself. I can even share. Though, as we said sometimes back, sharing sometimes, like nowadays, it has also become a problem, because you share and then someone else hijacks your idea. Okay, let us not be that negative. Now, communicate with that project. It will make it happen. Let me tell you. When you talk, when you have it, it is not necessarily that you talk to people, to other people. Even when you say it yourself, you are saying it to your heart, you are saying it to your mind, you are communicating with yourself. When you communicate with yourself, it will come to be. You can imagine you want to do something and you are just there, you let it just be. It is in your heart. You have to communicate. Can you imagine? When I'm communicating with my mind, I am telling my hand, collect it, take it, and my hand does it. I'm communicating with my legs. Let us move. We go and get it. My legs will move. There is that kind of a communication. If we really want to move, there must be a communication. In every relationship, there should be a communication for us to move, for us to advance. What kind of a communication? Is there anything that I want in that relationship? I need to talk. If I remain silent, it will never be there. It will be in my heart, and it might end up paining, or it might end up having a wrong ending in that relationship. Let us, in a relationship now, let us come back to that relationship now. The people that you are relating with, wherever place that you are, in that space that you are, it is good for you to talk. Let me say this. Something that is shared is something that is, if it is a problem, it is a problem half solved. If it is an idea, it is an idea half done. When it is shared, when we communicate, when we talk. I want to bring a scenario where we have a spouse and their spouses, and there is no communication between these spouses. There is no hard life like that one, where the spouses are not communicating. How do you expect to bring up the children? How do you expect to come up and do something together when there is no communication? You have an idea and you don't want to share with your spouse. You don't want to share with your family. You don't even want to share with the people that you are working with. And the idea concerns those people that you are working with. It is an idea that is supposed to be done, to be practiced, maybe to be brought about in that place of work where you are. An idea that concerns the family, and you're not bringing it up. How do you expect us to live? How do you expect us to do things when you are not talking, when you're not communicating? There is nothing as dangerous as keeping things to ourselves. There is something that you see. For example, I see things that are going wrong in our family, and I don't want to come out and say those things. I keep quiet. And in most of the times, people keep quiet because maybe they are not sure of themselves, or because of loss of self-esteem, or maybe they are fearing the other parties. Let me tell you, if you do that, things will just go wrong. With communication, we correct one another. With communication, we build one another. With communication, we put other people in the right places where they are supposed to be. It is very, very much important to communicate. You can imagine when in a relationship, things are not going on well, and then you are not communicating, or I'm not communicating, and then maybe I'm feeling that you are wronging me. I'm feeling that whatever thing that you're doing, you're not doing it in the right way, and I choose to just remain silent. How is it going to be solved? In most cases, this is what is causing problems in relationships. It could be a friend, it could be a spouse, it could be children, it could be people in the society, and then I just remain silent, and I will not even talk of my problem. I would not talk of the wrong that people are doing to me, the wrong that the spouse is doing to me, the wrong that the children are doing to me, the wrong that my relatives are doing to me, and I just remain silent. What is being born in my heart? It is pain. It is pain, and most of the times when pain now becomes too much, when pain is not healed, and the only way that the pain is going to be healed in my heart, the pain is going to be stopped in my heart, it is by sharing the problem or the challenge that I have with those people. Maybe those who are causing the problem, maybe whatever they are doing is not pleasing me, and if anything, it is causing pain in my heart and problems in my heart. And then I'm not telling them. I'm just remaining silent. I just choose to remain silent, and I don't share. What will happen? Things will just pile in my heart. Things will just pile in my heart, and at the end of it all, it will just give birth to pain. And what will cause all that? The pain will now bring depression, and it will also bring breakups. I'll break down, and the breaking down will cause the breakups now in that relationship, because they are piling up. I need to share so that it might be solved. What about those people who do things? We are talking about a relationship here, maybe in a family. I am doing things without even involving my people. I do things without communicating to my people. It could be things that are concerning my place of work, concerning the society, or even concerning the family. And I don't even communicate. I don't even share with them. And I do things on my own. I just like keeping to myself. Do you know it is going to affect that relationship? Because now let's take an example of a family. I decide to have something, and I have a family, and I'm not involving anybody. How are they going to feel it? How are they going to feel? It will bring a problem, because you have to involve maybe your spouse or even your children. If there's something you want to do, there's a change you want to bring in the family, there's something that you want to do in that family, and you just do it on your own and you remain silent. There's nothing as bad as you being in that family and things are happening in that family and you don't even know, and then you hear those people from outside, those things from outside, other people telling you. And then in most cases, they will tell you in surprise, oh, I heard this and that is happening. You people are doing this and that. You are having this, and you don't even know. Maybe your spouse never shared with you. I heard that this and that is happening, and nobody shared with you. And it is happening right just in your house. It is happening right just with your relatives, with the people that are surrounding you, and you don't know that things are happening. That thing brings a lot of breakups, and it will bring lack of trust. And maybe this other person will not even want to get involved again in another plan that you have. You can imagine, I trust you as a friend, and you have something that is happening in your place, and you have never even communicated to me, and then it happens and time goes, and then I hear that there was something that was happening somewhere and you never communicated with me. Let me tell you, communication is very important. Communication is important. Can you imagine when maybe there's something that is happening in your life, you are going through a great challenge, and you have never shared? Do you know in most cases such people will end up ever looking annoyed, ever depressed, and you want to assume that people know what you are going through, and you have never communicated. Yes. You want people to also it is like you want people to know it through osmosis. How is that going to happen, really? Now you are going through a challenge. You've never told me, and you expect me to intervene. How? You remain silent, and you assume that people know that you are going through such a problem. You assume that we know what is happening in your life. You assume that we know what you are going through, and you are not even communicating. Then when now you meet people on the way, excuse me, and now when you are there and things are happening, you get annoyed or you get upset because people are not intervening in that challenge. Yet these people are very innocent. We don't know that you have a challenge because you have never shared. How do you expect people to know? What do you expect people to do? And we don't even know. We have relatives who are going through problems and they are not sharing. How do you expect us to know? Communication. Communication is And it is not going to cost you anything when you communicate. When you come and maybe you communicate to me and you do it clearly, let me tell you, communication will heal our families. Communication will heal our relationships. Because I will tell you what I like and what I don't like. I will tell you what I'm expecting from you and what I'm not expecting from you. Not just remaining silent and then things happen, and when they happen, they bring a problem. I'm expecting you are going to tell me what you expect me to do to you. You are going to tell me what the kind of a thing, that the way you want me to be before you, to behave before you. And I will know I'm not supposed to behave this way when you are there. I'm not supposed to do this and that when we are together. Because you have communicated and you say it clearly. Please let us communicate. Let us talk to one another. Let us learn. We learn through communication. We learn about other people through communication. The way you communicate, we shall know the type of a person that you are, what you like and what you don't like. If you remain silent, we will not know. And then we will know the kind of a thing that we are supposed to bring before you, even the way I'm going, the kind of the materials that I'm supposed to communicate to you too. Because maybe there are things that I should not say before you or in front of you. But when you communicate and I know what you like there are some languages some people don't like. Like we were somewhere and then, okay, we were somewhere and there's something that we were doing as a team. And somebody was over joking and using funny language. And some of us did not like the language. And then you just say, please stop using this and that. It is not blessing us in this and such a way. And the person now stops because you have communicated. Let us communicate, my dear ones. Let us communicate and we shall live in peace. Communication will always bring peace. Without communication, there will be conflicts, because you'll end up doing things wrongly and wronging the other person because you don't know. The person has not communicated. Let us communicate. Kindly let us communicate. Let us talk. Communication. If there is a problem in the family, communicate, talk, solve it. Solving any problem will be brought about by communication. Stopping anything that is not working out well will just happen through communication. Let us communication. Problems will be solved. Conflicts will be solved. Whatever thing that has not been working will start working. Let us communicate kindly. Thank you so much. This is Mercy Muli. Kindly subscribe, like, comment, and share. Let us come together and talk. Kindly support, subscribe, view the videos, and we are going to move together. Whatever thing that you want us to talk about, you can bring it here, and then we shall continue from there. God bless us so much, and may you be lifted. Thank you so much.